What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I am back today to give you a review of the JJJJound collaboration with New Balance on the 993 in the Mushroom colorway. This is the highly anticipated collaboration between Montreal-based design studio JJJJound with New Balance. Releasing earlier this month, this takes a familiar colorway that JJJJound has done numerous times before in the past, but it adopts it onto the 993 silhouette, which is one of New Balance's most popular models right now. So these retailed for $220 US or $285 Canadian, and the official colorway for this shoe is Military Urban Gray and Angora, and the style code is U993JJ. So we've seen this mushroom colorway in their past collaborations on the 990 V3, the 992, and most recently the 991. So there's nothing really reinventing the wheel in this collaboration. It just takes an iconic, very wearable colorway, slaps on JJJJound branding, and of course you have the incredible comfort of the 993 silhouette. So for all those reasons combined, it's no surprise that this shoe sold out immediately, and the secondary market prices for this pair are going for over 1,000 Canadian dollars. Before we actually take a look at the shoe, here's a quick look at the packaging. So this comes in this dark gray colored cardboard box. We have New Balance branding on the very top lid, and then on the side we have JJJJound branding. And like the shoes themselves, there's nothing really flashy, nothing too special about the packaging. Very understated, which is what JJJJound is known for. So as for the shoe itself, this is your classic made in USA 993 silhouette. And diving into the details, starting things off with the toe box, you'll see this is covered in this light brown or beige colored mesh. We have the silver reflective layer right towards the tongue. Overlaid on both sides of the toe box, we have this fuzzy and long haired dark brown colored suede. And then surrounding the front toe cap, we have a lighter brown or dark khaki flatter cut of suede. This same suede covers the eyelets of the sneaker, whereas the top two eyelets, this is covered in a black colored plastic or TPU layer. And then stitched onto the mid panel, we have this blacked out New Balance end logo, which is also reflective in nature. Moving downwards, we have a combination of mesh, that darker hairy suede, and the lighter flatter suede. And then covering the heel of the sneaker, we have more suede, and we have 993 branding pressed onto the lateral side in silver. In the middle, we have this oval shaped cutout revealing this black woven JJJJound branding. And then on the top of the heel, we have the silver reflective layer. On the bottom of the heel, we have this translucent TPU heel clip with New Balance branding. This gives you structure and support around the back end of the sneaker. And then as far as the laces go, this pair comes with two different lace options. The one that I prefer are the flat style thinner lace, which is done in more of an off-white color, but they also come with a thicker lace as well. But personally for me, I'm not really feeling it. It just covers up the tongue a little bit too much. Beneath this, the bottom layer of the tongue is covered in mesh, but covering the top half, we have this large layer of silver reflective material, and on the top we have made in the USA and 993 branding. And I know a lot of people have been echoing this, but there's a lot of people that aren't big fans of this large 3M layer on the tongue. They say that it kind of makes it look a little bit cheaper, which I kind of agree to some degree. Considering the rest of the shoe is so premium, it would have been nice if they opted for similar materials on the tongue, but ultimately it's not a deal breaker. It's just a small thing that could have made the shoe a little bit better. Moving onwards, the back of the tongue and the interior of the shoe, this is lined in this very soft black colored fabric. And then for the insoles, these come with a well padded foam insole. It's lined in black on the top, and we have JJJJound branding pressed onto the heel. So the upper of the 993 sits atop an extremely well cushioned midsole, which is crafted out of two of New Balance's top cushioning technologies. So we have both Activa and Absorb, and the midsole is painted in white on the forefoot and cream on the heel. In addition to this, we also have Absorb DTS. This is this crash pad that you see on the lateral heel, and this combines both Absorb and Absorb SBS. And it helps those that land on their heels, giving you cushioning along with more of a smooth transition from heel to toe. Finally, for the bottom, so this is your classic 993 outsole. This is all constructed out of black rubber. We have these two horizontal slits though on the forefoot, which helps to give the wearer a little bit more flexibility. So that breaks down the look and the construction of this pair. And for those wondering about how these fit, to me these fit like any other 993, so I personally prefer to go a half size down. I'm a true size 10, slightly on the wider side. I got these in my normal 993 size, which is a size 9.5, and they fit me really well. If you have a narrow, normal, or slightly wide foot, I feel like you can go a half size down, but if you have a really wide foot, you'd probably be better off sticking true to size. To give you guys a point of comparison, I also go a half size down in silhouettes like the 992, 990 V3, V4, V5, and V6, whereas I stick true to size or size 10 in a lot of the made in Asia or UK models like the 2002R, 1906R, 860 V2, the 991, and the 1500. Moving on to the comfort, so the 993, in my opinion at least, is one of the most comfortable sneakers offered by New Balance right now. Even though they debuted back in the 2000s, they've kind of stood the test of time. And it's just one of those models where initially, if you put your foot inside, yes, it's not gonna have that super soft, super pillowy feel, like for example, a 1080 V13 or like a 9060 even. The 993s have a little bit more of a firmer feel underfoot, but the magic really is realized when you wear these for long durations. So I've worn some of my basic GR colorways of the 993 for hours and hours within a day. And I find that they cradle my feet in the right places, giving me support where sometimes if a shoe is too soft, I get pain in the arches of my feet. And at the same time, there's still a very good amount of cushioning to them. So there's a reason why a lot of people swear by the 993 when it comes to comfort. Finally, in terms of the quality and the craftsmanship. So first off, the material quality, I thought it was great. This definitely feels like a step up over a typical 993 in that all the materials used really feel premium and feel very high quality. And same thing with the build. Other than some very minor stitch issues, I thought the cut and the placement of the panels were consistent, it was free of glue stains, and the paint job was good as well. So all in all, very impressed with these Jounds in hand. So with all of that out of the way now, let me toss these on feet, I'll lace them up for you, and I'll show you guys how these look. All in all, like I mentioned from the start of this video, there's really nothing about this shoe that reinvents the wheel. This is a colorway we've seen before numerous times in Jound's history, but at the end of the day, it comes down to, first of all, were you able to grab any of those previous colorways? Because all three were pretty difficult to get, so this presented another opportunity for people to grab these if they missed out on the previous three. And at the same time, this is still a very wearable, very basic colorway. I know a lot of people hate on Jound because there's really nothing too special about their collaborations. It takes a technically what could have been a GR colorway, slaps on Jound branding along with a blacked out end logo and calls it a day. But that's kind of just Jound's aesthetic. That's what they're known for, and that's why they're fan favorites. Even though they're limited, they're still very wearable. So for me, even though I already have the 992s and the 991s, the comfort of the 993 probably makes this my top choice if I'm going strictly for comfort. So I'm gonna be rocking these for sure, regardless of the resale value. So leave your thoughts down below. Let me know, what do you guys think about this Jound 993s? For anyone watching, were you lucky enough to grab these for retail? Did you strike out and buy these on the secondary market? Or did you just take an L, or you weren't a fan of them regardless? If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at esco8, check me out on X at sean.go spelled out, and visit my website at seango.ca. So thank you everyone for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoy this review. Appreciate your love and support, and I'll catch everybody in my next review.